Tune it right on in, you guys. Tune it in. Tune in. Hey, y'all. Come on through with the through. Yes. Y'all bring it right on in. Hey, y'all. For y'all that's coming in, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all.
Hello.
You gonna talk louder?
I will.
She putting on the front, y'all.
Everybody know how my mouth is, so hey.
Yep.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Hello, everyone. This is Juicy, the original Juicy. I'm back, y'all. I am back by 85%, not 100. But I'm back.
She back, y'all. So, y'all, we got a little crowd coming on in, so we're going to go ahead and get started. First of all, I do want to say thank y'all so much for tuning in on this show as I interview my mom. Her name is
Tony Miller Fuller, better known as Miss Juicy or Juicy. Yeah, that's me.
Okay, so I know she already introduced herself at the beginning, but everybody's saying, hey, Mom, tell them hey.
Hey, y'all. Hey, I can't see. I need to put my reading glasses on because I can't see, y'all. I can't see, Okay, now I can see everybody's names and stuff. But yeah. Hey, Ro. Hey, Keisha, Stephanie. Hey, everybody.
Yeah, everybody. Hey, everybody. Okay, y'all. So I will be interviewing my mom about the tragic incident that happened to her on December 10th of 2019. So she stated that she is ready to tell her story, and everybody has heard like bits and pieces about what happened to her that day. But y'all gonna hear it from the horse's mouth, the source, and she's gonna tell you exactly, how everything went down that day. So, my first question to you, Ma, is when you woke up on December 10th, like, how were you feeling that day?
I was feeling good, but at the same time, I was feeling lazy. It was kind of wet out, and, it had been raining out at night. And so I didn't really want to do nothing. But I was going to go ahead and do what I need to get done, like pay some couple bills and get back home, relax before it was time for me to go to work. But, things had happened in between that. But
so you said when you woke up that day, it was raining outside.
Mm-hmm.
And what were like your feelings? Like, were you dreading, or were you just like, I don't feel like doing anything today?
Yeah, that's how I was feeling. I was feeling like, oh, let me make myself do what I need to get done. That's how I was feeling. I was really dreading doing anything because of the weather. But at the same time, I know, things don't stop because of the weather. So my bills had to still get done, whatever I need to get done. That was on my mind.
Okay.
So, but my first thing was to get my truck running. And that was the thing when I had to get ready to walk up to Keisha's house.
Okay. So now, that brings me to my next question. And it is, why were you walking to your daughter's house, which is my sister's house? Why were you walking to her house?
So the night before, I had to get a boost from a coworker because my battery had built up some corrosion, and so my truck had stalled in front of Keisha's house that night.
Okay.
And so when I turned off the car by accident, what I didn't mean to do, when I was getting ready to leave from her house, I tried to crank it up, but it wouldn't start. And I was like, dang it. And so I called my brother to come and give me a boost. He comes to give me a boost. He don't have the cables. My cables that I let him borrow. He don't have the cables.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. So, now here this is like, I can't get a boost. You done came. So, just take me home. Because I wasn't going to walk home at that time of night. It was like 11:30.
Right.
And I wasn't going to walk home. So, I just left my truck up there. And I said, Keisha, take the box in the house. Put the jump box in the house so it can charge. So, when I walk back up here in the morning, I can just start my truck off with, with the jump box. And that was my plan.
Okay. So your plan was to basically go to my sister's house and just crank your car up and go on by your day.
Right.
Okay. So tell them about what happened before you walked outside. Like, what type of,
So.
Yeah. It's tell me what was your instance before you walked out that door.
So I was always told by my grandmother, my mother, and a lot of older women in my life to always follow your first instincts. And so my first instinct was not to take my pocketbook with me. That was my first instinct when I was getting ready to go out the door. And so I set my pocketbook down on the couch, not getting ready to take it. And then I was like, nah, I'm going to take my pocketbook. I'm just going to take something out. So when I was getting ready to take something out, I decided, wait a minute, let me go ahead and open this door and see what it looked like out here. Because I've been knowing those dogs been running around. So it was a white dog and a black dog, which was pit bulls, that was, running around the neighborhood. And it has been a previous incident where a lady had got, attacked by the dogs, and she had to get her arm amputated. So I didn't want to be that type of person to let that happen to me. So I took my gun out my purse and put my gun in my jacket pocket and put my purse on my shoulder, which I was going to leave, but I decided to take it with me anyway, which I should have left. So as I was walking up the street, the dogs was coming my way, but my dogs was behind me, and I was telling my dogs to go back home. Well, the whole time, my oldest dog, which is Star, she telling the other dogs, I guess she barking at them to tell them to go on, so they done turned and went the other way, right? So I'm looking at, like, dog, but you go on home too,
Mm-hmm.
So the dogs done went that way, turned around, went the other way, and as I was putting my gun back in my pocket, the boys pulled up at the stop sign. And so I'm laughing, and they laughing, so I'm thinking, it's a funny incident because I done had to pull my gun out for the dogs.
Right.
Well, they wasn't laughing for that because next thing you know, I'm seeing them nod their head.
Okay. So you said that when you saw them, so when you saw them, they laughed because you thought maybe they were laughing because they saw you draw the gun on the dogs.
Right.
Okay, and you geeky with them
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. And then you stated that once you saw that, you saw them nod their heads. So when you saw them, when they nodded their heads, what were your thoughts when you seen that?
Well, my instincts from being, book smarts and street smarts, you got to have both living in this society. And my thing was, when I seen them nod their head at each other and then they took off, my first instinct was, let me hurry up and get to my daughter's house. Because I don't know what these guys getting ready to do. It's 5 guys in a Jeep. And it's just me out here in this misty rain. And nobody else out here, what they got going on in their head while they take off like that. So I made it to my daughter's house thinking everything was safe. But it wasn't. They came out of nowhere.
So, okay. So when you saw them at the stop sign, okay, and you get to your daughter's house, when you saw them again, what were you doing when you saw them again?
So when I got to my daughter's house, I'm thinking everything was safe. So I done put my purse in the back seat behind my seat on the floor. Then I shut that back door. Then I opened the front door, popped the hood. As I lift up the hood, I left my front door open. And as I lift up the hood, I was bagging back. And as I was bagging back, getting ready to, walk in Keisha's house or call Keisha them to tell them bring the box out, I see the little boy walking through the field that I just seen in the Jeep. I seen the one that was in the back seat. And I'm like, what the hell? What he doing there? So I back some more, and I seen, I was like, what the? And I see him going in my eye. I went, bah. And then the other little boy done came and grabbed me at the same time as this going on. And so we tussling and everything. And he tried to get me down. I wouldn't let him get me down. He shot me in my stomach twice, and then he shot me in my breast. And then, he shot me, like, my legs got shot. And my arm got shot. Both my legs got shot and my arm got shot. So I got shot 6 times by this dude, Wow. And it's like he didn't have no kind of remorse. He didn't care. He didn't show no kind. When I seen him, if I wouldn't have never seen his face at that stop sign in the car, I wouldn't have never known who he was, because he looked so monstrous when he attacked me. He didn't even look like the same person that had on that red hoodie that was in the car, but he was the same person, because I seen his face. But then all of a sudden his face just turned like he was just like a demon, like he was just out of the movies. Like, it was just wow, it was just.
So what made you be so quick on your feet before you got shot? Like,
because of my instincts. And then the neighborhood and the area, is always movement in this area. So I'm always watching myself in that area, because that's just how I am. That's how I had to grow up.
Right.
I had to be like this. And so I'm glad that I had that ability to grow up like I did, because if I wouldn't, I'd probably be dead right now.
Yep. And so what made you be so quick on your feet when you got shot?
So when I got shot, like I said, we was tussling. He shot me in my stomach.
Hold on, wait. Sorry to cut you off. I never got this part of the story. Like, where exactly were you at? Like,
in the street.
Okay,
right,
so you was in the street
truck.
In front of your truck.
Mm-hmm.
So
that
were you?
Only.
Okay, so the way that Keisha's house is, like, were you in front of her door, or were you like near the fence? Like,
near the fence in the street. I was more towards the other side of the road when he attacked me, and as I was
so you
back,
were near the street.
I was in the street.
Okay, so you was in the street when
he attacked me.
When he attacked you.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he just came. Both of them, it was like an ambush type thing. Like, one was going for my pocketbook and the other was coming for my gun, because they done seen both. And so I guess they thought I had something, because they done seen the gun and they done seen the pocketbook. Well, I guess she ain't walking, for nothing like that or whatever, not knowing that I'm walking like this because of these dogs.
Right.
And they attacked me. Why? Just why? Why me? That day. It's... Okay.
Well, hopefully, we will get our answer when they bring them up here, because, we gonna talk about that. So tell me more about when you realized that you were shot.
When I realized I got shot, that's when he was trying to get me down on the ground still. And I still wouldn't let him get me on the ground. He was on me, and I got him off me. And when I got him off me, I had been shot those many times as it is. So I'm still not paying attention to that. But I done heard the gunshots and stuff, and I realized I've been shot. But at the same time, I know I got to stay in warrior mode. I got to keep on moving and not getting panicky. And it was just like, think fast. And all the TV shows and my upbringing and being in, similar situations before in life brought me to the point where I know I had to breathe, deep breath, put my hands on my wounds. And when I put my hands on my wounds, I walked slowly. I didn't get hyper or nothing like that.
Okay, y'all. If y'all heard what she said after she got shot, she started walking slowly because she never allowed for this little boy to get her down on the ground. And just, flashback real quick. I remember her telling me, was that what, the night before were you wrestling with your uncle?
It was my uncle's baby mama named Debbie. She her mom died, and we was over at her house, after we had left the burial site. And me and my uncle, which is like a brother to me, Ben, we was in her kitchen. We was wrestling. And I'm telling you, it's the same. He attacked me the same way this boy attacked me. It's like I was being put in that position to see how I would come out. And then my uncle is probably 75 pounds more than me. And 50 pounds to 75. More than he bigger than me. He bigger than me, y'all. He is bigger. He by height he muscular. But anyway, I ain't let him get me down either. He was trying to get me down. No, you ain't getting me down. You ain't getting me down. I got a thing about not letting nobody get me down, because I feel like if you get me down, you got me. You got me. And that's one thing I like to be in control. You're not going to get me down.
Right.
I don't care who you are. If you get me down, I surrender basically. Because you're a better person than me, I feel like. Right. But I'm not going to stop from there. I'm going to keep on going. But I wouldn't allow this person to get me down, point blank, period.
Okay. And so you didn't allow for him to get you down. As y'all heard, she didn't allow for him to get her down. So after you got shot in your legs, you mentioned that you were walking slowly. Tell me about, you walking slowly and you hitting her front door.
Okay. As I'm holding my chest where I got shot at, which right up in here, and in my abdomen, I'm holding both of those. I really didn't realize I got shot in my legs until the young man who helped me that was in Keisha's house came and put towels on my legs too. He put the pressure on my legs, and then he gave me the towel so I could put the pressure, on my chest. And we stayed talking the whole time. I mean, I stayed talking the entire time, taking short, deep breaths, making sure that I don't panic. I'm looking at Keisha like, Keisha, stop panicking, stop acting crazy. I can't even act crazy because you acting crazy, So, oh my God, Keisha, please stop, baby, please. I know this is hard on you. And I wanted to cry. I wanted to, but I couldn't because I had to be strong for her at that time because she's showing out. And it's hitting her this hard. I couldn't cry. I had to stay strong. I had to, when I got shot, my initial thing was, Jesus, make them flee. And by the time I said that, they was gone. They was gone. I don't know where they went to. My daughter was going crazy at the same time. And then I was like, Jesus, save me. Jesus, save me. And I was saying, Jesus, save me. And then I said, God, it's not my time. God, it's not my time. I was taught by my grandmother, Ollie Miller McGowan. I was taught by her not to ever panic in a situation like that, to always first call on God. Call on Jesus first, because you cannot get to God unless you go through Jesus first. And so that's what I was taught, and that's what I did. And that's what I feel like saved my life. It's like, Grandma, thank you. Mama, thank you. Because I never really just called you Grandma. I always called you Mama. So I was, thank you, Mama, for teaching me this. Thank you for always taking me to church with you. Thank you. I don't care what people say is not no God. They telling a lie. They are telling a lie, because I'm living proof. There's a God. God saved me that day. God came and he sent them angels with those shields, and they were blocking. Then hit not now artery. Then hit not now major organ. Then hit nothing. I'm not walking around in a colossal bag. I'm not paralyzed. I'm not, hey, I can move all my limbs, even though this is like this. I don't care. That's a war wound that, hey, I made it through. Mm-hmm. And I'm here to tell the story. I got a big mouth. God finna use this mouth for his purpose. That's what he about to do. I'm finna manifest his name even more. I believed in him before then. I kept his name on my lips before then. And I'm going to keep on keeping his name on my lips. I don't care what nobody say. They can feel the way they want to feel. And I'm going to feel the way I feel. And the way I feel is that he saved me that day. And I'm giving him all the praise, all the glory. And I would never, ever turn my back on him.
Amen.
Ever. So,
Amen.
and with that being said, if you got something bad to say about God around me, you better walk away because I'm going to attack you.
Amen. Amen.
I meant that.
Oh, I felt that, Mama.
Whew.
Ooh. Let it out, baby. Let it out, Mama. You got this. You got this.
Girl, I'm just thankful. I'm very thankful, you know. And, you know, I'm thankful for that morning when I was in the shower and I sung my song, my little praise song that I sing all the time. It's my little personal song. And I'm so thankful that I know that I reach him every day like that myself. I'm not singing somebody else's song. This is my song that I change up the words. And he be like...
Her favorite song, y'all. Her favorite song.
I was singing it. I be singing it at work and everything. I sing it any job I done been at. They can tell you I sang this song. And they be like, Tony, what you singing? What you singing? And I'm like, my little praise song. It's my little song that I know God hear. I know he hear it because it's personal. It's coming from my heart. And it's going straight to his ears. And it's different. It's not like somebody else's. Because it's different every time I sing it.
Yes, ma'am.
It's a different praise every time I'm praising him. It's a different thank you every time I'm thanking him. So with that being said, I love him with everything in me. I know that that day when he saved me, he changed my life. I'm me, but I'm a different me. I'm a manifested me. I'm a me that's going to let everybody know that God is real. He's here in all this turmoil that we're going through. Yeah, we may be going through a whole lot of stuff, but oh God.
Yeah, y'all here, boy. She got y'all in and she got y'all in her word. In the word. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. But I know that some of y'all are curious about the rest of the story. So we're going to go ahead and continue with it. Thank you, Ma. You're a living proof. You got this, you know, and you're right. Baby. Yeah, you got this. Real talk. So tell me about when the investigator came into the house. Like,
that was funny. When the investigator came in the house, I thought I got shot. And I walked in Keisha's house and told them to get me towels and stuff. And I sat down on Keisha's couch. He came in the house because he was going home and he heard the call. So he just knew it. He was coming to a homicide. He just knew it. He said, you know, it's going to be quick, I guess, you know. So when he got there, he was like, who got shot? And I'm holding myself. I'm holding my chest and I'm holding my stomach still with the towels and stuff. I said, I got shot. He said, who got shot 4-5 times? Not knowing that I hadn't got shot 6 times. I said, I got shot 4-5 times like that. He looked at me like, why you ain't dead? You know, that's the look like. And he told me that's why he was looking at me like that. Like, he couldn't believe that he was looking at a person who just survived getting shot 6 times. He couldn't believe that I was able to talk to him, that I walked into that house, that I was able to tell him how the people look that shot me right then and there. You know, he was surprised. He was so shocked. And I told him when he was looking down and he was down and he was looking up at me, I said, you got some pretty eyes now through all that. I'm telling you, this man, he got some pretty eyes. This investigator, he got some pretty eyes. And I'm like, stop it, girl. I'm still...
Right. You just got shot 5 times. And you sitting up there trying to flirt with the investigator. Tony got some pretty eyes.
And he's married, y'all, but hey, wifey, he got some pretty eyes.
Right.
He got you a little eye candy.
Right. Trying to get your Mac on while you just been shot. Well, yeah, you got some pretty eyes, but...
Well,
yeah,
I'm single. I'm single.
Well, okay.
I'm single.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay. So, all right. So when you... Okay, so you... Were you talking to him?
Let me say this, too. Let me back up. See, a couple years ago, I know this little fella because I gave them a ride before. I gave them a ride when they were probably like 13, 12, maybe 14 or whatever like that. They were stranded at the store. And I gave them a ride when it was raining. And I told them, I said, y'all can come on, get in the truck, get on the back of the truck. I, drop y'all off because I know y'all stay on my street. Not knowing, what I'm saying, I'm giving a ride to the future people who's going to attack me and try to take my life. Not ever realizing that they're in the midst of me right now. My life is being changed right then and there, not even knowing, but it was. And God has a funny way of bringing you back to seeing how things transpire. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's I don't know. I can't just say like I've been trying to find a word to like replace crazy. I don't know what's been going on, but it's just like when things like this happen,
we getting people power,
like
we keep saying crazy.
Like, no, I'm not thinking that way. I'm just like, okay, like I was talking to somebody in the group and they said something boom 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 crazy, and I was just like, nah, it ain't crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's, I call that a blessing because I don't think it's anything crazy about a blessing.
No.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's just, I understand because it be like mind blowing or whatever, mind blown crazy.
And it was so overwhelming, all the people that came out and supported me. All the prayers.
But wait a minute. When you were on the ambulance though.
Yeah.
Like, tell me about when you were on the ambulance and when you arrived at the hospital and how you felt when you got there.
They asked me my name on the ambulance. They asked me who I have insurance with. They just kept me talking, as long as they could. And they was asking me what's my date of birth, what did I last eat, what today's date is, and all that. And so, they just kept me alert, wanted me to stay alert mainly. And so I stayed talking to them, and when I seen the hospital, that's when I noticed when they started saying she's losing oxygen like that. And I was like, I didn't realize I was losing oxygen, but they said I was. And so they put the mask on me, and next thing you know, I'm in surgery. The investigator came in there and asked me a couple more questions, and I was able to answer and stuff. And he was like, can you answer some more? And next thing you know, I was gone. I was out. That's the last thing I remember. And when I woke up, I seen my son walking through. And that was in the recovery room.
I was right behind him.
And I told him, I said, I fought back. I fought back, baby. I fought back. He said, Mom, you know you were going to fight back. And I said, yeah, I told y'all I would, didn't I? This is crazy because I made a video back in September 2nd about me going to fight back if something like this was to ever happen on my live show.
So I just want to, like I said, it's just, I'm very, very thankful that you're still here. I'm very, very thankful that God found a way for you to be kept. That day for me was kind of crazy for me that day because before I got out the car that day, usually if I pull up at work early enough, I like to read and like journal a whole lot now. And after I finish journaling, what I do is that I write a prayer after every time I write a letter to myself about how I'm feeling that morning or things that I'm trying to accomplish. Anything. It can just be anything that's on my mind. Anything. And this particular morning on December 10th, I'm writing. And when after I finish writing to myself and I'm writing out my prayer to God, I asked him towards the end of my prayer, I had asked God, usually I just ask for him to just keep my family protected. But this particular morning, I asked for God to keep a shield of protection over my family.
And he did.
And so I wrote that out or whatever. And then so I went on by my day. But my day was kind of crazy because I didn't feel right. Like that, I felt discombobulated like that early morning. Even though I just wrote to myself and I just wrote out this prayer, and I know that I'm supposed to be feeling good, but for some reason I wasn't me. Like, I'm getting pushed back from customers. Like, I don't know what's going on. After I got off the phone with a customer, I done threw my headset. And I'm just like, I was just so aggravated like that day. And I mean, well, that morning I was very aggravated too. My supervisor was like, you need to get off the phone, take a break. And I was just like, bet. Hadn't even took my lunch yet. Boom, by the time I took that walk, I took like 2 laps around the building. When I came back, it was time for a town hall. So I'm on my way to town hall. I'm talking to this lady that's on my team, and we had a very interesting conversation. And I felt like my mood got a little better because I'm off these phones. These customers ain't giving me no pushback, but I'm still feeling like because it was raining that day. I don't think nobody was in the mood. I don't know, but anyway, so I'm sitting in there about 10-15 minutes in of the town hall at work. My sister called me. I declined it. Usually if she wants something, I'm just like, she'll text me. She called me again, but while she was calling me, I had sent her a text and told her, I'm at work, I'll call you back. By the time I sent that text message, she called me again, and I was just like, nah, something got to be going on, because usually she ain't going to call me back to back. If I don't answer 1 or 2 times, she ain't going to call me back to back unless it's something serious. When she called me like that, when I grabbed the phone and I seen that she was calling me, and before I even picked up the phone, I said, Lord, don't let it be nothing about my mama. I don't know why I felt that way. Y'all, I don't know why I felt like for me to say that before I picked up the phone.
With me.
Right.
Having my toothache.
For real. And so, I picked up the phone, my sister yelling. She telling me about, about my mama being shot. And I said, what? She was like, she crying. She yelling my name in the phone. She telling me what's going on. So I done picked up the phone. I done ran out from where we having the town hall at, and we got stairs right here in the elevator. So I'm thinking maybe if I take the stairs real quick, I'll make it. Then I felt like, I wasn't going to make it quick enough. I need to get on this elevator. Like, y'all, I'm shaking. I'm panicking. And I seen a supervisor. Her name is Wanda, and she was standing right there at the elevator. She was going up. And she was like, are you okay? I said, no, I'm not okay. I said, my mama just got shot like 3 or 4 times. I said, I don't know what's going on. Like, I need to go. And she was like, well, come on. We gets on the elevator. She telling me, baby, your mama gonna be okay. The whole time just like, Lord, please keep my mama covered. Like, keep my mama covered, Lord. Like, keep my mama covered. That's all I kept on saying. So we gets upstairs. I grabbed my stuff. I left everything. I had packages and all, and I left everything. And she was like, are you going to be able to drive? Yeah, I'm going to be able to drive. Yes, I'm going to be able to drive. I'm not going to wait for nobody to feel like they're going to need to come and pick me up. No, I got to get to this hospital to my mama. So by the time I didn't even let the car warm up, I done took off. I done called my best friend, Gina. I was just like, boy, like, my mama done been shot. She was just like, what? Okay, on the way to the hospital, click. Boom, done called Jerry through Facebook. Like, I'm like, woo, like, making these calls. So by the time I got to pick Quentin up and we on the way to the hospital, what's so crazy is that I felt like a cold wind just come over me. Like, it was like a calm spirit just came over me, just basically letting me know that you were okay. Like, I felt that, but it was something like, it was, I allowed for myself to get calm. So, but when we got to the hospital and I seen my brother, boy, that's when it just went back up because he's showing his ass. I'm just like, Joe, okay, hold on, wait, Joe, like, calm down, like, she's okay, she's okay. He was like, man, where the fuck my mama is? Like, fuck with everybody else. sitting up here talking about take me to where the fuck my mama at. And I felt them, you know. And by the time, I mean, we got upstairs and they was telling me that you were okay. I was talking to Jerry, then I started talking to Lil G. Then when I was talking to Lil G, that's when Jazz walked up, and I asked Jazz, I was like, is my mama okay? And she was like, yeah, they said that, you know, she was straight, she was breathing. I was just like, bet. But Keisha told me that you were breathing. I think that would calm me down more because she told me that you were still breathing.
And I was talking because you asked her, was mama talking when she said this to you?
Yeah.
And she said, yeah, you were like, well, mama gonna be okay. Mama gonna be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like that. And I'm like, oh my God. You know, during that whole time though, I was just thinking about my kids, my grandkids, everybody that I love, and how I tell everybody to love each other all the time and stuff like that, and how I don't hang up the phone or when I'm leaving somebody without saying I love you or take care of yourself or be careful. I'm always promoting, you know, love because that's what we need. We need a lot of love right now for this world. This world is crying out for a lot of love, and a lot of people don't realize that's all we need to get this world back the way it's supposed to be, to get the man's back in the position that they supposed to be in, because that's why we're going through what we're going through, because this world is out of turmoil, it's in turmoil, and we need to get it back the way it's supposed to be. And until we get it back the way it's supposed to be, we're going to see a lot of hate going on, but we got to put more love.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's you. I mean, yeah. So, yeah, but me personally, like, you know, all of, like, you had so much love and support in that waiting room. Like, people came and they went, but when you woke up and they got you in the room, you seen how many people that was there in your room. Like, what was so crazy that day, like, I went downstairs, like, it was Gina, Quentin, and Toya, and me. I was just sitting downstairs, and I was in the cafeteria, like, I was just needing to, like, ease my mind. Like, I was talking a little bit, but I was just like, boy, my heart, even though I knew they said that you were okay, like, my heart was still numb until I saw you. Like, until I saw you, that's when I was just like, that was like a big relief, like, to see you. Like, I hate it so much that you went through a good bit of pain, and, you know, you're still suffering through this pain, but I am just so thankful that you are here. Like,
I'm a fighter, baby.
Every day, like,
and God always said, as long as you help yourself, He gonna help you the rest of the way. And so I helped myself that day when I fought back. When I shot both of them, that was me helping myself. And God said, okay, she helped herself. I'm finna help her the rest of the way. So that's why them angels had blocked all that. Them shields was just blocking. I just believe that I can just vision how He sent them angels, like, they just came so fast, just like, oh God, like a thief in the night. They just came, and I was saved. You know, I was saved, and I was turned new again. You know, like I say, I'm me, but I'm a new me. I'm a new me because He done put different feelings in me. He done answered questions that I've been wanting answers to, you know, and I have a better connection with Him, even though I had my own, I got my own relationship with Him. He has been stronger in my life now, you know, and I have been waking up crying, just thanking Him. I can't help but to thank Him and cry and say how thankful I am that He kept me here to see more of my grandkids, to see more, you know, like my grandkids having kids. So I'm going to be a great grandmama one day. He got me here for this, you know, and I'm so thankful that I had the faith that I had that day to call out for Him to save me. That my faith was that strong to know that if I call on Him, He's going to help me. He's there for me. He ain't never left me. He been there for me ever since I was a child. When my mama pulled me out of her, he was there. So with that being said, he been saving me all my life. When I was doing stuff that I know I ain't had no business doing, he saved me. He brought me through it. And like, you know better than do that. Quit doing that. And I quit doing it. You know what I'm saying? I quit doing stuff that I knew I ain't had no business doing. I got me a job and worked me a good job. I took care of my kids. My kids ain't never had to depend on nobody else but me. So with that being said, I know the Lord saved me for who I am, for the love that I show people, for the person that I became through loving him, for the love that he has for me, that he done instilled in me, that he walks within me, not walk beside me, but he walks within me. So every step that I'm taking, he's taking them with me. He's right there. I'm stepping on his feet. So I know that when he saved me, he was saving me for the person that I am, not for the person that I'm going to transfer to be. Not that person, even though that person, he going to love that person too. But I know I was saved because of my relationship with him. And that's just the bottom line.
Bottom line. That's just the bottom line. So now that, you know, it's been, today makes it a whole month. You realize that?
Today the 10th or the 9th?
Today the 10th, girl.
Today the 10th?
Yes, girl.
It's been a month.
A whole month.
Dang, and I can't see how God works.
Like, do you, like, have any flashbacks about to that day that it happened? Do you think about what happened?
Now, sometimes, I ain't gonna lie, sometimes it crossed my mind. But it don't cross my mind to the point where it's a bad thing. You know, to me, I feel like a whole lot of good came out of it. Okay. Even though a bad thing happened, it brought people together that had never seen each other before because of me. It brought me closer to people. It just opened your eyes to so much that you know it's hate out here, but you know love is out here too. So people show so much love. They prayed. Them prayers went up like never before. And God was right there. He was like, man, she got all these people praying for her. I ain't finna let her go. She can't, no, I gotta send her back. No. Too many people praying for that child. No, That's how I feel, you know, because I feel like the more people that's praying for you, he hear them and he's listening and he's gonna take heed. Mm-hmm. He's gonna do what he feel like he needs to do.
That's about like that story that I had read about this lady. She was basically pronounced dead, and you know, God told her that he had to send her back because too many people down there praying for you. Like, Mama, I swear, like, I never realized how many people you knew until this incident happened. I was just like, well, damn, she say she know people, but god damn.
It was people from New York, New Jersey, California, North Carolina, Alabama, everybody from everywhere, Germany. They was everywhere, Georgia, calling, wanting to know, do I need them to come and do I need anything? People right here at home, right here in Greenville, Simpsonville, Taylor's, Grill, everywhere, all the surrounding places around here. I mean, they showed so much mad love that I know God heard everybody's prayer, and that's like two of the reasons that I am here. Mm-hmm. I know for a fact that if it went for all the people that was showing love and praying for me, that if it seemed like I was a lost soul, that's a lie, because there's no such thing as a lost soul. There's people always loving you when you don't even know they're loving you. Mm-hmm. That's how I feel. Like, I was overwhelmed. I know God loved me. I know Jesus loved me. But then I started getting all these balloons, flowers, teddy bears, poinsettias, cards and stuff. People throwing money, you know, just showing how much they love me. They know I'm a need.
Giving your flowers while you're here.
Giving me everything while I'm here. And that just meant so much to me. Like, wow. I was overwhelmed. Like, whoa, baby. Whoa. For real. Like, I know I say on my show all the time how much I love people and I want people to love each other. I say this all the time, and I'm an advocate of it. And I'm also about to be an advocate of the Second Amendment. You have to bear arms. You have to have something all the time to protect yourself, because if our guys, like our brothers, our cousins, male cousins, uncles, father figures, nephews, if they're not around to be able to protect us, we have to be able to protect ourselves from the same people that's supposed to protect us. Sometimes we might have to defend ourselves from. So I feel like we as women, we have to get something to protect ourselves, even if it's deadly. If it's something deadly, maybe they take notice that, that we're not playing, because we can't afford to keep on getting our life taken when we got so many people here that depend on us.
Yeah. Yeah. So I get all that, and that you had received some good news on Monday night, and like, tell them what was the good news that you received on Monday night, and tell them like how do you feel to this day, as far as not with the good news, but as far as him as a person and the people that did this to you.
So Monday night when I got the news, he had done text, and we called back, and he was like, I got some good news for you. And so I started motioning over to the couch to sit down and listen to the good news. And then he told me, he said, well, we got such and such. We got, the one that shot you, like that. And I said, huh? Like that. He said, yeah. And I just said, thank you, God. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Revenge is mine, said the Lord. Revenge is mine, said the Lord. Oh, thank you. And that's how I was. And he said, well, he resisted arrest, and so, he had to go to the hospital before, he go to jail. He has to get processed in down there, and, where he's from, where we got him at, and then he'll be expedited up here. When he's expedited up here, then I'll be told when he's having a bond hearing, so that we can go to his bond hearing. And, anybody who wants to go, and show support, they're welcome to go too. I don't care. Whoever want to, be behind me at that time, I'm for it. Whether, if you can't make it and you just want to show your support through Facebook or Instagram or whatever,
well,
do it.
How do you feel about him now? Like,
okay, I forgive him. I do forgive him. And I want to just whoop his little ass. I want to get him one of them old-fashioned ass whoopings that he need, that his parents ain't gave him, that his daddy, his mama, nobody, his uncles, aunt, nobody ain't gave it, because they couldn't have gave it to him for him to be out here doing what he was doing when he could have been on somebody's job or in somebody's school.
18 years old.
18.
He done threw his whole damn life away. Him and his homies.
You done did this to me and not knowing who you done did this to. You didn't know I roll like this, boy? I'm just playing, y'all. I'm just playing. But anyway, though, for real, though, he don't know what he done did to his little life, because it's so many people that know me, that love me, and they everywhere. They're not just here on the streets.
Mm-hmm.
They everywhere. So I'm just saying that he need to rethink his life. He need to ask for forgiveness. He need to tell me why he did what he did, why he chose to mess with me that day, and have they been watching me or whatever, because they see me by myself and they decided they wanted to do it, because, I do be riding by myself a lot. That don't mean that's what you're supposed to do to a woman. You're a coward. You nothing, because you wasn't raised right if you doing something like that to a woman. It's a code in the streets. You don't mess with women, children, and old folks. If you're in the streets and it's a street code, and that's the code that you go by, you don't do that. Right. That's one thing. Them the 3 things you don't do. Right. Now, when you do those things, you're going to reap the repercussion of it. Yep. Something's going to happen to you. And it ain't going to be good.
Mm-mm. Not at all.
It ain't going to be. And I don't care how you look at it and how sorry you be and all this and that. It's not going to be good. Now, I can forgive you all day long, but the next person who love me may not be as forgiving as I am.
Right.
And I can't control how they feel, and I can't control what they do to you.
Because their feelings are valid.
Thank you. My feelings are valid. My feelings are valid to the point where, yeah, I forgive you and everything, but at the same time, I never forget because you done left marks on me that'll never go away.
Never.
You done left me with pain that I never get away from. When the cold hit, the wind blow, I'm in pain. And it ain't no good feeling when you ain't never been like that.
Right.
When you have to have a pill to try to make you feel better because this pain is hurting you so much, and you ain't never been a person that depended on nothing to ease no pain.
Right.
You just deal with the pain, go to sleep or whatever. And now here you having to take a pill to help you with some pain because this little punk decided he want to shoot you. How the hell I dare you to even call yourself a man and a child of God, because you cannot be a child of God doing what you're doing. You out here doing the devil's work. You are possessed.
Well, some of them, I'm not going to say majority, but I am going to say some, they lose guidance. We don't know how each person is raised in a household because every child comes out to be different with them being raised in the same household. So, we don't know whether or not if he has some type of guidance, but as far as some things that has done happen in the background, which we know of, it's just everything, I just feel like everything is going to work in your favor. I kept telling you this whole time, be patient. People calling you, getting you upset about what's going on and when they're going to do this and then the third, and not thinking you got
everything has a process.
Yeah, everything has a process and a protocol, and you also have other things to deal with on the inside. I know that you were wanting to get down to the bottom line, but it also caused frustration on you when I saw, when you would tell me, and I would be like, you got to be patient. I'm teaching myself patience.
And I always say that to you. And I say let things go over your head and stuff. Everything don't deserve a reaction because, some things is better left without a reaction.
Right.
Sometimes that's the best reaction.
Right.
And
I'm here.
You always call me, asking me stuff, and I'm always giving you the best advice I can give you. And I don't think I ever steered you wrong. And so now it's time for me to take my own advice.
Yep. So as far as me personally, I don't have anything against. I don't have anything against the dude. I feel like we definitely do deserve an answer, and I know that we will get that answer once they do bring him up here, and maybe you guys will see exactly how he reacted towards what he did towards my mom. And everybody, I just don't know what to say. I'm just, the story itself just still brings me to a chill, because it's just I'm again just thankful that that you're still here after the things that has happened to you.
I'm thankful. I am. Every time I think about it, I tear up, but it's tears of joy. It's not tears of sorrow. It's not tears of hate or nothing like that. It's tears of joy that God seen favor in me, that he heard my cry and he saved me. He actually saved me from all kinds of injuries and everything. He just saved me all over. He just made me new. It's okay, you got this fat on you for a reason, and everything went to the fat. And my grandma always told me, keep some fat on you. That fat gonna save your life. And I kept this fat on me too. I don't care what nobody says. I don't care if you call me big or what. I don't care. I kept this fat on me. And look what happened. All of it, flesh wound went through my fat.
Flesh wounds, no bag for her to use the bathroom. She, not paralyzed or anything. So, just as y'all see, like by the grace of God, like she is still here. She still have all her limbs. She still have a full mind. Everything just working. And I'm gonna go ahead and just wrap it on up. I do want to thank y'all so much, so much, and make sure y'all go and subscribe to my YouTube page. Make sure y'all go subscribe to my YouTube. Yeah, she got a YouTube page too. But make sure y'all hit me up. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Love y'all.